As we approach Memorial Day, we thought it would be very fitting to go back and revisit the Virginia War Memorial and their celebration and ceremony for honoring veterans who have lost their lives in the wars from the Revolutionary War through today. So please join us not only on this episode of Make Yourself at Home, but visit their website at vawarmemorial.org to find out all of the ceremonies that are taking place this Memorial Day weekend. Welcome to my home. Hi, I'm Cindy Merritt, and I'm your local real estate partner. And just like you, I live, work, and play in the Richmond, Virginia area and all around our wonderful surrounding counties. Today we are at some place in Richmond that is very near and dear to my heart, being a military family. We are at the Virginia War Memorial right here before Memorial Day, and this is the director, Clay Mountcastle. Clay, thank you so much for letting us come and visit with you today.
Sure, thanks for being here.
Absolutely. Memorial Day and Veterans Day. What's the difference?
Right, well, it's a common bit of a conflation there that people do. Well, Veterans Day in November is specifically to honor all of those serving in our military and all those that have served. Memorial Day here in May is set aside specifically to honor those that paid the ultimate sacrifice and died in service to our country. So there is a bit of a distinction there.
There is, yes, and I totally understand that. My parents are at Arlington National Cemetery, so I totally understand the difference there. Thank you for explaining that. And this is really to honor those who have, as Clay said, paid the ultimate sacrifice and served and fought and died for our freedom. So it's a very, very special day right here before Memorial Day. Clay, everybody drives by the memorial across the bridge coming into Richmond every day, but they probably don't realize that in here is also so much archived information and education information. And I know you're doing an expansion. What are you doing?
Well, what we're going through is a very necessary expansion. If you visit our Shrine of Memory currently, you'll see names of Virginians that have died in World War II, Korea, Vietnam, and the Persian Gulf. But those names have filled up the shrine, and obviously we've had close to 300 Virginians that have died during the Global War on Terror. So we're building a new shrine to honor those Virginians in the same way, which is something obviously we should be doing. And we are also taking that opportunity to expand our educational programming so that we can truly be a memorial for the entire state. We're adding a distance education center to allow us to broadcast our programming to classrooms across the state. We'll have a new large lecture facility that can accommodate big groups and conferences, and we'll be able to expand our exhibits and program space. So it's something that we really should be doing, and we're looking forward to having it complete.
That's wonderful. And the memorial has been here since 1956, is that correct?
That's right.
Okay, just a couple months before I was born. And you've got so many wonderful areas with displays. Tell me about this flag. You were telling me a story about this.
Right, and so many of our artifacts and exhibits have interesting stories behind them. Well, this is the Amori flag. This is a flag that was created by American prisoners of war held in a Japanese prison camp during World War II. And a Virginia family has a strong connection to this flag. One of their family members was held as prisoner in that camp, and when the camp was liberated towards the end of at the end of World War II, there's a famous photograph of the prisoners kind of celebrating and cheering and waving this flag that they had made in order to show the liberating forces that they were Americans there being held. So it's a really neat story, and we're happy that it has a Virginia connection and that we can display it here for people when they come see the memorial.
Now, how did they make this flag?
They made it secretly because obviously the Japanese guards would not let them make their own flag, so they had to hide some bed sheets and secretly sew them together, and then were able to procure some colored pencils from the Japanese guards secretly that they didn't know that they were getting their hands on, and made this flag kind of under cover of darkness so that they could then use it later when the camp was liberated.
I am so honored and humbled to be at the Virginia War Memorial today. So on this day when you're having barbecues and opening the pool take a moment to reflect on what this day really means to us and those that have sacrificed and paid the ultimate price so that we can all make ourselves at home. Come down here on Monday, Memorial Day, and just experience the heartfelt, patriotic celebration that they'll have here on Monday. Thank you so much, and make yourself at home.
Cindy Merritt is nationally recognized as a leader in the U.S. real estate market. Of the more than 35,000 realtors in Virginia, the American Institute of Real Estate Professionals consistently ranks Cindy in the top 10 best realtors in the state.
Make Yourself at Home is sponsored in part by Paul Adams, branch manager and nationally recognized senior loan officer with Prime Lending, a Plains Capital company. With over 400 mortgage options available, Paul Adams and his team work hard to uncover the key to each client's mortgage success.